Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Somerset Park for this afternoon's William Hill Championship game, Ayr United against Queen's Park. And we'll go straight into the teams. And Mitch, do you want to take Queen's Park?
I shall. So for the away side this afternoon, wearing 1, goalkeeper Callum Ferry, 4 is the skipper Ewan Murray, 5 is Charlie Fox, 7 Louis Longridge, 8 Roddy McGregor, 11 Aidan Connolly, 12 Carlo Pignatello, 14 Josh Fowler, 17 Tyrese McDonald, 22 Matthew Shields, and 28 is Sebastian Drozd. Subs: 30 sub-keeper wearing 30 is Jack Wills, 3 Henry Fieldson, 15 Daryl Carrick, 18 Aidan McGinley, 19 Tim Scott, 20 Jamie Bradley, 21 Ross McLean, 23 Josiah Soa, and 26 is Rocco Friel.
And Gary, do you want to take Ayr United, please?
There we go. And next today for Ayr United, number 1 David Mitchell, our captain Nick McAllister, number 3 Liam Dick, number 5 Kevin Holt, number 9 George Oakley, number 10 Curtis Main, number 14 Kyle Ewer, number 21 Ethan Walker, number 22 Mark McKenzie, number 23 Marco Roos, and number 33 Scott McMahon. On the bench today for Ayr United, number 38 Liam Russell, number 6 Stuart Bannigan, number 11 Dom Thomas, number 16 Jake Hasty, number 17 Jude Bonner, number 29 Lucas McRoberts, and number 32 Dylan Watrip.
And your match officials for today's game: referee is John Beaton, assistant referee far side Colin Drummond, and assistant referee near side is Brian Christie. Our match sponsor are the Ayr United Strollers, and the match ball sponsor is RDM Electrical. We have 3 mascots today, and they are Jackson McDonald, Jaden Cooper, and Alistair Finlay.
Now, just touching on our mascots there, I'm pretty sure our own Pandemonium is going to be racing here just before the game.
All right, yes, I can see various people lining up for something or other. And we're also, I believe, going to have a minute's applause for
Ricky Fleming.
Thank you.
Passed away last week, so
yes,
hopefully that will be as well as there. There's the minute's silence for Dougie Emery's young daughter last weekend, which I've heard was impeccable.
Yeah, I wasn't at the game, but apparently Dougie Emery actually texted our managing director and asked for his thanks to be passed on to the Ayr fans, because it was an absolutely immaculate minute's silence from what I can gather. And again, as I say, we weren't able to pass on our condolences from the media team, and obviously we passed them over to Dougie at this hard time for him. But moving on from that, it's a new day, it's a new game. 3 draws so far in the league.
Yeah, it's been a tough run of form so far, but hopefully we can bounce back today and get 3 points at home. I'm still not too bothered about it. I mean, there's still a very, very long way to go in this league. You know, we have 36 games in the league. We've played 3 of them. You know, at the risk of upsetting people, we're not Rangers.
Yeah, that's very true. See, to be honest, I kind of feel as if today's got an element of not a must-win, but almost a must-win in the sense that Queen's Park are probably the bookies' favourites to go down at the beginning of this season. They lost Willie Hockey's funding over the summer. Their budget has been significantly cut. I think they've got an average squad age of around 23. So I feel as though it's it's for us at home against Queen's Park and the way we've been playing, and for the fans as well especially, I think today is almost a must-win for Ayr United.
I think as well, I mean, I know Scott touched on it in his pre-match interview today, or this week rather, that last season we only lost 3 games. 2 of them were against Livingston and the other one was against some team that I can't remember. So that's 15 out of 18 that we won at home in the league, and that's that's really, really good. And I think that's partly what's maybe not upsetting the fans, but getting the fans on edge. That our home form seems to definitely have dipped at the start of the season. Now I know we still have 4 or 5 players out, and some of them are still a few weeks away. But yeah, I think it's a difficult one for Scott. He's trying to find probably the best, not layout, but best formation for the players, and he's still I don't want to say making mistakes, but he's not making mistakes at all. He's trying to figure it out. Help me out here, guys, because I'm waffling now.
I think it's difficult when you've had a big overhaul in players as well. But I think the argument from the United fans' point of view is that we have brought in a lot of quality additions to the squad already. We've spent a lot of money.
Yes.
Our highest budget that we've ever had at this level, supposedly,
yes.
is the rumoured budget that we have at the minute. So I think that's where a lot of the agitation and frustration is coming from supporters. But we do miss the likes of a Jay Henderson, a Conor McLaren, and that creativity at the minute. We just seem to be lacking that cutting edge in the final third at the moment.
Yeah.
So I think today we're gonna need all the cutting edge that we've got to break down this Queen's Park side. We've only conceded 1 goal from open play this season, according to Scott Brown in his pre-match interview, and they're quite prone to kind of sitting quite deep and trying to suck up the pressure. So I think we're going to need all of our know-how and expertise to try and break them down today. The onus is going to be on us to break this Queen's Park side down, whereas last week against Morton it was more of a we could play and hit them on the counter, which almost suited us in our current form at the moment, I think.
Indeed, yeah. I kind of going back to the churn of players, I always feel that that's one of the really poor aspects of the championship, that nobody seems to be able to keep players. Yeah. I was watching, I mean, this is going back to the end of last season, and I think it was McAllister down at Liverpool. And I think he was out of contract at the end of that particular season, and he was being interviewed, and what really struck me was he said, "Oh, I've had a great 8 years here at Liverpool. You know, I'd love to have players here for 8 years. You know, let them bed in. I mean, I think the last player that was here for any length of time was the Moff, and he was here for 10 years.
Yeah.
And you know, he was very much the backbone of the team at times, because he knew how the team performed. It was just continuity, and that's what we're sadly lacking at the minute. And that goes for every season and for every manager that we've had since probably Ian McCall.
Yeah, it's difficult as well, because realistically at this level most clubs, maybe apart from Ross County, who are paying quite frankly obscene wages for this level.
Yeah, but look where that's got them, 0 points right now.
Exactly.
And Don Cowie has vacated the position of manager up there.
Yeah, it's sort of one of these things though, that now they'll get a new manager and they'll probably that new manager business, and they might have a run of form, but hopefully not. And I think we're going to see our mascot race here.
Yeah, personally I think clubs at this level, the majority are selling clubs. If you get an offer for a player, you're always subject to losing them at the end of a season, because money is so important to each club at this level. I think we see that. I think we read during the week Dylan Waldrick's subject to a 6-figure bid from Barnsley at the moment, or certainly there was interest over the summer, so we'll need to see what happens with that. But you almost feel as though it's crucial that we keep hold of them.
25-yard line, and they're going to have a race to the other 25-yard line on the Somerset Road end. They need to dodge the balls in the middle, alright, so just keep an eye on them. If you can see.
Worth noting, Queen's Park squad, very young, an average age of 23, I believe, around that.
On your mark.
Who's your money on, Mitch?
To be honest, I'm not really paying attention.
Oh.
And is off there. Oh, and Agent H is leading the way. Qualified Panda.
My God.
Wolfers is away the wrong direction. And Hopes get no hope. And the winner is Agent H, followed by Pandemonium. Give them a big round of applause. And Hope. And Wolfer has left the building.
Well, that
Agent H.
That race was hopefully. Today's game won't be as lacking in quality as that race was.
I think we should probably have Agent H on the bench, considering the pace we've just witnessed there.
No, definitely. No, but going back to Queen's Park, it's a young squad, young manager Sean Crichton, former Air boss Jim Duffy's in there as assistant manager, so a bit of experience there. But the onus has got to be on us today to break them down, and that probably worries some of the United fans, because we have struggled to score goals this season. in the league anyway, thus far.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of say it every year, you know, any team can beat any team in this league, and that's partly what makes it such fun, in inverted commas. Yeah, anybody can beat anybody, so, you know, I don't think there's any game that you go into thinking, this is an absolute shoe-in.
Absolutely, and I think worth noting as well that both teams are looking for the first victory of the season. Obviously, Queen's Park are sat level on points at the minute on two draws, one defeat thus far, with a slightly worse off goal difference at -2 compared to our -1. So both teams had a very similar start to the season, but AR, with the ambition that they've shown off the park, will be looking to get back on track. And I really fear the atmosphere in this ground today should it go down, because I think it's got the potential to turn toxic if we lose today.
Yeah, whatever it was you said, because I can't hear a thing over this
Yeah,
time.
no, I agree with you, Mitch. I think it will eventually turn toxic if the form doesn't change. But, you know, as Ian mentioned before, we had one of the best home records last season, if not the best home record, only losing 2 or 3 games. So
yeah,
hopefully we can get back to that and just make this place a fortress and make teams scared to come down here and play us. But I mean, that's what Scott Brown said in his pre-match interview. Like that's the way they want it to be. They want it to be a fortress. They want teams to not want to come down here and play us, because, you know.
I do feel as though it's worth reiterating that point as well. I feel as though recently it has become a little bit too easy for teams to come down and play us here at Somerset Park. We have been turned over easily, not just at home but also away from home. You look at the party physical performance, we lacked guile, we lacked intensity, we lacked desire, it seemed, to run and to fight. So I do feel as though that it is important that we set a precedent here today, and I think there would be nothing better for United if we could get a victory. I think the victory is the most important thing, but I think if we can get a couple of goals, then that will hopefully set us back on track.
I think that's really what we're lacking, is, you know, a few goals, a good. I would like to see us win. Obviously, I want to see us win. I mean, we're, you know, although we commentate on this, we are biased because we are Ayr United Media or Ayr United TV. So, but yeah, listen, as long as it's a good game, as much as anything. The weather. Excuse me.
It's a bit miserable today. I mean, I mentioned before when I just came in the door, I say Scott Brown's always one to say that he likes the pitch wet. So hopefully the pitch is wet enough today. It's been absolutely miserable for about the last 2 days. And I just want to say a big shout out to Cameron and Liam, our 2 camera operators, standing out there getting absolutely drenched. So a big shout out to those guys for stepping into those roles today. And
Cammy does not look happy, I have to say.
Yeah, absolutely not.
He looks as miserable as a miserable thing in the land of miserable people.
Us 3 can all speak from experience. We've all been there on days like this, on colder days like this.
Oh, tell me about it.
On the camera, it is a tough shift, so fair play to the 2 lads out there who are slogging away. Again, mentioned Ricky Fleming. I believe there'll be a minute's applause before the game to honour his commitments and services to United, over 350 appearances, and I think it's widely recognised that he was a part of arguably United's greatest ever team. So hopefully a well-deserved applause for him. As John Beaton leads out the 2 sides here.
A fan favourite in John Beaton, would you say?
Yeah, absolutely. There's murals of him in the hub. I have to say it's a decent crowd given the weather and all other circumstances, the team's performance, the recent results so far. It did look a bit ropey before kick-off, the crowd, but it seems to have picked up quite nicely.
I mean, it's also nice to see the crowd also still in that north stand over there as well.
It was saddened to hear the news of the death of former player Ricky Fleming
Leave this over
at
to
the age of 78.
Stadium announcer Richard Merry as we prepare to honour the life of former United man Ricky Fleming.
In November 1968. He went on to make more than 350 appearances as an honest man. and was part of the team widely acknowledged as one of Ayr's greatest teams. Ricky was a standout in the team which beat Rangers 2-1 in September 1969 before a record crowd of 25,225, a game which is etched in the memory of those who were privileged enough to be there. He played a key part as Ayr qualified for the inaugural Premier Division in 1975, where they held their own for 3 seasons. He was then sold to Hibernian for £10,000 in 1978. Ricky was inducted into the Ayr United Hall of Fame in 2010 alongside Dick Malone. On the referee's whistle, we will commence a minute's applause in memory of Ricky.
Almost time for kick-off here then at Somerset Park. Both teams in search of their first victory of the league season.
I just want to touch on what I was going to say there before, the minutes of applause. It's nice to see the fans in the North Stand. I remember the days of there not being that enclosure, and everyone would just sort of vacate into the Somerset Road end, so yeah, it's nice to see we've still got a crowd in there. It just shows the nice new stand.
Callum Ferry sends this one forward, one of the more experienced names in the Queen's Park lineup. Had a chance perhaps. Cleared. Yeah, and foul given. How do you see this one going today, Gary?
Well, I think after last week,
tough one to predict.
Yeah, I mean, last week's game at Morton, it's one of these ones, the emotional circumstances and the fact that we went 1-0 down at Capello, which is one of the hardest places to go as is. So to come back and get a draw or a point at Capello when you're 1-0 down is a very, very good result, in my opinion.
Definitely.
So I'm hoping today that we can stick to the same run of form that we had, or that little sort of spell we had in the game against Morton. Those 2 goals in quick succession, so hopefully we can keep that up and win today. So I'm going to go a 3-0 win to United.
Yeah, apparently the mood in the dressing room is great. You know, they're not despondent, but they are aware that things haven't quite gone to plan at the start of the season. But I think everybody is well committed into improving.
There's Dick. McAllister down the line. Holt. McKenzie. Still McKenzie. Holt. For Ethan Walker, can he get in behind? Well marshalled by Shields there, I think it was.
Yeah, I think Mark McKenzie got a bit lucky there. It bounced off the chin of McConnell.
Yeah, it's certainly hammering it down with rain at the moment. That pitch is looking very slick. Ball will be moving quickly. So get out doors. Long throw from McAllister. Bounces around. Walker's header. Oakley tries to bring it down. McMahon. The byline and well marshalled by Connolly. One of Queen's Park's 8 summer arrivals. Joining on a free from Rafe Rovers. Be a long throw here, it looks like, from Liam Dick. Sends one into the area. Flicked on. Drops for Kyle Ewer. Blocked. Dick's ball to the back post. Main's header. And it's well held from Callum Ferry. Good start from United though, and they needed to make that fast start.
Yeah, that's good composure from Liam Dick there, just to chip that into the back post. I mean, any player's probably just going to have a go. So, I mean,
Kevin Holt misjudges that one, and Josh Fowler almost let off the hook in behind. as much as Queen's Park do have a young squad, they have got a couple of notable experienced names: Aidan Conley, Charlie Fox, Ewan Murray, to name a few. Louis Longledge also.
Yeah, I think he'll just need to be careful today. I mean, the threat of Josh Fowler up front, he's got the pace to beat probably any one of that back four, so you just need to be careful and not get caught out.
McKenzie filling in the role of right wing back this afternoon. Finds Walker to Oakley. Looks for the return ball. Didn't quite make it. Once again, Nick McAllister wearing the armband. In the absence of Ben Dempsey, who's still recovering from injury. To the area it goes. Main. Oakley's finish. Smaller by the goalkeeper. But already 2 shots on target early on from United, and that's been a big criticism recently. Like a Thistle game, it took us 70 minutes to get a shot on target.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to see us getting a fast start, just hopefully an early goal to settle the nerves.
Solid challenge from Kyle here. Fox all the way back to Ferry. Foul given against McAllister.
I think that's really light. I don't think he puts his hands on his shoulders, but it's one of these ones where let's just throw yourself at the ground and hopefully we can get the foul.
John Beaton certainly seemed adamant that it was. Longridge towards the back post. Yeah, managed to clear this time. Haynes ball forward, looking for Walker, but that's straight to the Queen's Park defence. Only a play from Callum Ferry. He'll be disappointed with that one. He's another name who we all know very well.
Yeah, I mean,
top goalkeeper at this level.
Most notably is saving the penalty against Rangers to put them out the cup, but being in the Championship, we know all too well how good Callum Ferry is.
Oakley, McAllister. Lovely switch of play to McMahon. Looking for options, Roos. McAllister, can he have a dig at goal here? Picks out McKenzie. Across the face. Doesn't beat the first man. Disappointing end product there. Shows too much of it to. I think it was Matthew Shields there.
I've got a score update from Marco.
And in the Partick Raith Rovers game, Partick have gone 1-0 up.
I mean, that's a good result for. Is that home or away? Raith Rovers at home?
Partick at home, Raith Rovers away.
Yeah, well, I mean, Raith Rovers coming off a good run of form, a good win against the Fairman last weekend.
I think Raith Rovers have got the longest unbeaten run in Scottish football at the moment.
Partick seem to be trying to put an end to that today. Was it 14 league games?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
15, I think, isn't it?
15,
that's
yeah.
what it'll be, yeah.
Yeah.
It was 14 on against Dunfermline, and they won, so I make that 15.
Mitchell to send this one forward. Straight out of play from Liam Dick. Queen's Park throw game just getting a little bit scrappy after you had some early control. 7 minutes on the clock. Coming up to 8-0 Queen's Park now.
Is that the same away strip as they had last season?
I think you might be right.
Yes, that is the same away. Yeah. I think they have the same home kit as well. I think I saw something last season about how they were going to keep the kits for the foreseeable.
Ah.
Gregor, wide to shoes, goes along. Yeah.
Ouch.
I don't think Nick McAllister was expecting that one.
He was looking for McMahon on the far side. It actually would have been a nice pick out if it had been allowed to get that way. McAllister nods down out of play that time. He acknowledges that the mistake he made there. McDonald looking for the run of Fowler, but far too much on the passes. As you said, Fowler's got a lot of pace.
Yeah, it's one of these days where the pass has just got to be inch perfect. The little miserable sleet conditions like this, it's sort of the ball's just going to skate off the ground.
Yes, we actually have the floodlights on already.
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely miserable. So
Aye.
and it looks like there's no sign of it stopping anytime soon.
No, it's storm something or other.
It's out for an air throw on the far side. Did you make the opening 10 minutes so far? I mean, nothing much to report. A couple of early chances for Ayr were encouraging, but just seems to have tailed off a little bit since then.
Yeah, I mean, we hit them with a fast start and all of it's just kind of dropped off now.
Walker. McMahon. Tries to get to the byline, but Longridge does well to marshal that
Yeah,
ball
I mean,
out there.
that's twice McMahon's tried to beat Longridge and he's not been able to do it, so
Foul given against Marco Rust on Seb Drozd. So another notable mention, scored the goal for Queen's Park at Ibrox before they conceded a penalty ultimately, which, yeah, make of that what you will.
yeah, just what a touch of Marco Rus. I mean, his first 18-20 minutes of the game against Morton, he was unbelievable. He just absolutely ran at the Morton defence and ripped them apart, so seems to be quiet today, although it is only 11 minutes in, so
Yeah,
there's still time.
I think he's a player who hasn't really quite discovered his form from the beginning of last year. Made a lot of key contributions of goals and assists last season, and I think Ayr fans obviously expecting a lot from him with the way he started, and naturally a drop off in that form does get picked up by supporters who hold him in such high regard. McGregor. Fox. Right underneath that one. McAllister meets it. Here's Ewer. Main. Nice interplay. Walker goes down. Tries to help it forward to Oakley, but couldn't quite get that one through.
I think we have another score update from Marco.
Partick Vishal have scored another goal, taking the game to Partick 2 with overs now.
Wow. A really quick start for Partick Thistle.
Fowler. Longridge, bit of space. It's a poor pass. And it's well cut out by Scott McMahon in the end. There's a bit of a hush around the ground at the moment, not really much atmosphere. I think a lot of nervous energy about the place.
Yeah, it's, as well speaking of, it's this patchy run of form, I think. It's fans are just needing to see 3 points.
Lewis back pass, can Oakley intercept, he does. Curtis Main's in if he can pick him out. The recovering tackle of Matthew Shields is excellent.
Yeah, I mean, he's got two on him, Curtis Main, and George Otto does very, very well to pick him out, but none of them have the pace to beat the Queen's Park centre halves ultimately.
Queen's Park architects their own downfall there though. I mean, that poor back pass leads to air. A significant opening. Notably, name an unchanged lineup from last weekend's match, which is something that we don't regularly see. Bruce. McMahon. There it goes. Cleared by Fox. McMahon again. Looking for an option. Dick. Oakley. Walker. Oakley again. Falls for McDonald. Still with McDonald. In spot number 17. Usually does very well there, but gave Louis Longridge a hospital pass really. It's a poor ball forward by Pignatello, who was playing League 2 football with Dumbarton last season. It's difficult times for Queen's Park at the moment after losing their main financial backer, Willie Hockey, over the summer. Budget significantly cut. Very young squad. He's brought down eventually.
Yeah. I mean, I think it was a foul about three times before that, but
100%, yeah.
It was definitely a foul. I mean, the disarm.
I know, he wrapped right around his neck. Yeah.
But you know, I mean, was it Curtis Main that was being pulled? If he'd gone to the ground, he would have got the free kick. This is a good position for Ayr. Just bend one round the wall.
And you wonder whether Ethan Walker's thinking about the shot here.
I mean,
what we want is a Josh,
very far
at
out.
this point.
Yes.
I don't know, probably is a little bit too far out for the shot. We'll see here.
A clip into the box, probably.
Walker and Ure over it. And that clip is far too hard for anyone to get onto the end of it. Waste of a set piece there from United. Disappointing.
Yeah, I think he was probably better off just hitting it, to be honest, but needs to be better the next time. I mean, the rain ultimately looks like it's getting heavier.
Pignatello's ball forward. All we refer to David Mitchell. And goal. McKenzie. Poor pass, United dispossessed once more. McDonald goes down, foul given it.
Yeah, I think it is a foul.
Early ball, draws, puts it on the left. Got little for support, he takes on McAllister into the area, it goes, Holt clears out for a Queen's Park corner.
First corner of this afternoon.
Lou Longridge to take this one for the away side. Been with the club a number of years now, experienced player. Sean Crichton will be looking for a good delivery here. Good chance to get bodies in the box. Into there it goes. Flicked away by, I think it was Liam Dick at the back post.
Yeah, it looked that to me.
Dangerous ball in again though. Again, that silence around the ground at the moment. There's a real nervousness about the ground at the moment. That wait for a first league victory goes on as it stands. Bruce. Oh, wow, down there by Roddy McGregor.
I mean, that's completely. I mean, he went for none of the ball at all. He's just white Marco Roos out. A definite yellow card.
That'll be a yellow card for McGregor there. It was a sore one for Roos at that point in time. Yeah, Stephen Maguire, the physio on for United to tend to Roos there. It was a hefty challenge. You see a couple of subs been sent out to warm up.
Yep, Stuart Bannigan amongst them.
Yep. Good to see him back amongst the squad. Although a disappointing start from returning to his former club, and I think he himself was probably one of the not that the overall feeling wasn't that of huge disappointment, but I think he was one of probably the most disappointed men in the United squad in the performance that day. You could tell after the game when he came out to do his post-match interview that he was not a happy man.
I mean, it's ultimately left Marco Reus. Hopefully he's okay. If he does come off, if Stuart Bannigan comes on, they're completely different players. They're completely different play styles. So
yeah,
how do we shape up?
I think you're more likely to see potentially a
Dom Thomas.
A Dom Thomas
Dylan
coming on.
Wattrett, Mark McKenzie slots into the midfield position.
Yeah, I think you're unlikely to see Jude Bonner, who only made the squad last week.
I think he's ultimately okay.
Yeah, we think he should be okay to continue. That's one to monitor as the minutes go on here, but hefty challenge, deserved yellow card. You need to use this advantage now as a bit of a lift, get the crowd back on side, try and get that opening goal. Holt's ball forward. Oakley goes for goal. Tipped wide of the post by Callum Ferry. You see it again here. Great strength from Oakley to hold off Ewan Murray. Great strike and, well, fantastic save.
Yeah, I think we'll get another score update from Marco.
St Johnstone 0, Greenock Morton 1.
I mean, that's a unbelievable result for them if that stays like that.
Great start from Morton up at McDermott Park. Short ball. Roos to Walker. Back to Roos. Interior this time. Oakley. McAllister, can I get a shot away? Ewer. Need to try to walk the ball into the net here almost. Man,
That's away.
that's a very poor ball by his standards.
Nick McAllister had the opportunity to shoot about 3 or 4 times there and just never swung his leg at it.
It's actually going out for an United corner, so it must have taken a nick on the way through. I thought it had just been a
Yeah, I thought that was
just
straight out by one of ours.
We've got another score update from Marco.
So, I don't know.
We've got to now, in the Dunfermline Ross County game, Dunfermline have now gone 1-0 up at home, and Partick are still at 2 and Raith Rovers are slowly fighting back, and it's now Partick 2, Raith Rovers 1.
Thank you, Marco.
Walker's ball to the back post, Main's header. Callum Ferry claims. A couple of interesting short corner routines that were performing so far.
Yes, I'm not a big fan of them, but
Yeah, I don't think anyone's a fan of a shot corner. I mean, last week as well, particularly, we scored 2 goals from 2 corners that went. Well, one was short corner, and the other one was straight in off the head of Nick McAllister. So you wonder why we aren't just using our normal corner routine. Also, Ethan Walker was the one hitting the set pieces last week, and now Marco Roos is on the corner. So I wonder if they've had a little change during the week, or
Potentially.
Marco Roos has performed better in training.
It's definitely something that you would see getting worked on during the week. Most clubs. Draws ball across the face. Kevin Holt takes command of that situation. McKenzie now. Ball forwards to Pignatello. Has to put that forward under pressure from Curtis Main. It's waste of possession there from Queen's Park. Sean Crichton pretty frustrated with that one.
Yeah, I mean, that's really good from Curtis Main though, to just put the pressure on. and make him, clear it and ultimately give us back possession.
Yeah, I don't think there was any way that Curtis Main was actually going to get the ball, but obviously the Queen's Park player could see him bearing down on him, and not saying that he panicked, but yeah, he pushed the ball away.
Curtis Main's one that really needs to sort of end his goal drought. Last weekend at Morton he had 3 very, very good chances in the first half that ultimately he never managed to find the net.
Kenzie finds Walker, does very well. Oakley. And that's too close to Callum Ferry, he'll claim that one easily. Murray for the visitors. Forward headed clear by Dick. Murray's ball. Fowler. Foul given against Longridge. Free kick given to United. 24 minutes in the clock. United 0, Queen's Park 0. Again, doesn't really feel as if there's much happening at the moment.
Yeah, no, it's a very, very... it's not... I wouldn't say it's fizzled out, but compared to the first sort of 10 minutes, that really, really quick start from United, a couple of shots on target, we have kind of slowed it down a little bit.
Dick's ball forward. Cleared by a Queen's Park defence this time. Callister's header. Kenzie. It's on to George Oakley. He's like, Main! Oh, gets across the front of his man, but just can't quite flick it towards goal.
Yeah. Still kicked in from McAllister.
Yeah, it did very well there. You could see what Fowler was trying to do, but didn't quite pay off for the big striker. And that goes out to Aidan Connolly. Roosters well to take possession back for United. Here he is. Again, the final ball is just not there for United at the moment. Holt does well there to Marshall and back here yet again. Draws in space. Terrible ball from Longridge. Presents the ball to Oakley. Main. Finds Roos. Can he go for goal? He does, and it's finished
well
over the top of the Somerset Road end stand. That tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, Curtis Main has 3 or 4 passes and decides to, turn around and give it to Marco Roos, but he'll just need to be that little bit quicker on the ball and releasing the passes.
I'm not sure if Marco's picked up on this one yet, but did Marco tell everyone that did Fermer 1-0 up at home to Ross County?
Yes, Marco was saying, Ross County again, another bad result. It's just...
And I think they're here next.
Yep, that's right, because our game against Dunfermline is postponed on Saturday, so 2 weeks.
Roos. For Mackenzie. Does well, Mackenzie there, fantastic touch. Oh, just too much on the final ball for Curtis Main. McMahon still alive. Oh, Walker just tries to help that one.
I will say though, it's definitely the right idea from Mark McKenzie, the little clip ball over to Curtis Main. I don't think he could really get it under control for a shot there, so his only option is just to sort of chip it over to Curtis Main while it's on the bounce.
Do feel as though it was a great bit of endeavour from McKenzie, but once again the final ball just lacking, just played it a little bit too far in front of Curtis Main. If he just takes the pace off it, perhaps gives him a chance to take it in his stride through on goal. McAllister's header straight out of play from the goal kick. Throw in for Queen's Park. McGregor. That's all the way out of play on the far side. Be Liam that to take this throw in for United. You're looking for options at the moment, but there's not a lot of movement. And you can hear the frustration from the crowd as well coming through it. Oh, throw into United this time a little bit higher up the park. Roos. Man. Back to Roos again. It's inside. Into the area it goes. Flicked on. Oakley there to retrieve it for United. McAllister. Kenzie. Chances here. Main's header. Saved. But Callum Ferry just didn't quite get the clearance of contact on it. We'll see it again here. Yeah, almost heads it onto his shoulder.
Yeah, I mean,
Curtis Main, and that's just the way the things seem to be falling for us at the moment.
yeah, I mean, if he just clips it cleanly or a little bit more power, I think he beats Callum Ferry, but Callum Ferry does very well to get down to it.
McAllister looking for movement from United, sending this one down the line. It's not the best option to go for the header there from Connolly. Good play from McDonald. Longridge. Fox. Right to Shoes. Longridge again. Good football list in Queen's Park. Murray. Connolly. Dispossessed by McMahon. United can't keep a hold of it. Careless in possession. Drozd finds Fowler. Goes down on the challenges. The Queen's Park of the ball in the net, but the penalty's been given beforehand. We see it here. Josh Fowler, Kyle Ewart. Too physical, supposedly. Team's referee John Beaton. And Queen's Park, having hardly created a single opening in front of goal, have got a perfect chance from 12 yards to put themselves 1-0 up here against United.
I mean, it's a silly challenge from, is it Kyle Ewart? In fact, just really unnecessary, to be honest, but once again, it's another penalty against United this season. Josh Fowler
Already scored a couple of penalties this season. 6 goals in all competitions, including the League Cup group stages, of course. He'll have a chance to add to his tally. He comes, right footed, scores, sends David Mitchell the wrong way. And Queen's Park take the lead. It's Josh Fowler wearing number 14, the summer arrival. And that gives Queen's Park the lead here at Somerset. We see it again here. Sends David Mitchell the wrong way. Fantastic penalty. I don't think if he had gone the right way, he would have saved it anyway. And that is a spanner in the works for Scott Brown and for United. Queen's Park take the lead here at Somerset Park. 32 minutes on the clock. United 0, Queen's Park 1. that is the worst possible thing that could have happened for Ayr United, giving that goal to Queen's Park. Something to hold on to for the rest of the match, because let's be honest, United haven't really created a clear-cut opening.
Yeah, I mean, Queen's Park are a very, very hard team to break down, so Ayr are going to struggle to get themselves back into this one.
Yeah, have to up the tempo here. Ewer, McKenzie. And that'll go out for a goal kick. United 2 penalties given against them in the last 2 weeks. Obviously the Kevin Holt handball at Morton, which was a contentious one to say the least. Your opinions on that one, gents?
It's
To
one
be
of
honest, I
these ones.
expected it to be given at the time.
Yeah, as I was watching it in real time, I thought to myself, no, that's definitely not a penalty. But when I was watching it back, I thought, yeah, no, it definitely was a penalty. But I think Kevin Holt was in the same judgment.
Connolly. Ball into the area. A head kick attempt there from, it was McGregor. Pignatello. Clear by Main. Oakley under pressure. And Ewan Murray not giving them a moment's peace.
Ayr just need to calm down a little bit, I think.
Oh, Walker. Slides in George Oakley. First touch isn't great, still going.
I mean, his hands are all over him.
Dispossessed.
See, that's another one. If George Oakley had gone down, I think he would have got the penalty.
Potentially, yeah. But this is part of the problem, though. Like, whether you think that's a penalty or whether you don't, players are getting penalised for being honest.
Yes.
That's why we see so many players go down so easily now, I think. Main, Ewer. Looking for McKenzie, but he hadn't anticipated that run early enough, and there was too much on the pass.
Update from Marco.
Dunfermline 1, Ross County 1, and Partick 2, Raith Rovers 2.
Wow.
Raith Rovers unbeaten stretch is still intact for now.
Along with their winless stretch at the moment, I think.
Yeah, plenty of time still to go, of course. 10 minutes to go at least of this first 45 plus additional time, and then you've got the whole second half to go, but it certainly looks that way at the moment.
Just losing the ball far too easily in midfield. You wonder how.
Ethan Walker fouls Tyrese McDonald there, and there's frustration creeping in on the park, off the park as well. Yellow card shown to Ethan Walker for that challenge. You have to say it was coming.
Yeah, I think so. They'll just need to keep the head, I think.
Absolutely.
You wonder if Scott Brown starts to think that his 5 backs maybe not working. And players like Dom Thomas can't get in this lineup, Stuart Bannigan can't get in this lineup. You think to yourself,
Dylan Watcher also can't get in the
I
lineup.
have no idea how they can't, but
it's an interesting dilemma. They've got their own opinion. McDonald's ball into the area. Cleared by McKenzie. There was time there if there was a shout from the defence. Longridge recycles. Holt clears. Dick. McKenzie. Sorry, Main, sorry. Interesting one to get mixed up.
Yep. Opposite sides of the pitch and very different physiques.
McGregor. Fowler's ball. Fowler had looked up. McDonald was in on the left hand side.
Yeah, it's really good work from Kyle Ewer to track back and win the ball back for United.
Man. Yeah. Looking for a return of
Commentator's curse, I think.
Ethan Walker, yep. McGregor. Connolly. Longridge strolls forward, cleared eventually, but again the ball's still with Queen's Park at the moment. Very, very comfortable in this game. 1-0 up, 38 minutes on the clock. Shields. What's your take in the first half so far, Gary? How would you sum it up?
We got off to such a good, quick start, and now it just seems to be Queen's Park at the moment. But a silly penalty to give away, and I mean, it really should be 0-0 at the moment.
Go back to the penalty incident as well. When I was talking about it, this particular incident, not the one that you see a penalty here again. Josh Fowler excellently put away. I don't think David Mitchell was going to get it if he went the right way, to be honest.
Yeah, a lot.
What was your take on the penalty decision here today?
It's just one of these ones. It's just a silly challenge.
Yeah.
It is definitely a penalty. It's 100% a penalty, no doubt about it. But Kyle Yeo just does not need to make the challenge. I mean, he just shoved the ball to the ground, through his back. So. What's that?
Connolly draws space now for Shields. McDonald goes for goal. It's just over the top from the number 17 of Queen's Park there. 3 goals this season already. It's quite close to adding a 4th there.
Yeah. Apologies for any bad language you can hear. Someone's completely lost their head behind us.
Yep. Still going. McAllister nods it down. Holt clears forward. Curtis Main giving chase. He can't quite keep that in. Don't fancy being in amongst the team talk at half time here. If the result stays as it is from the moment.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't like to be in the dressing room at half time.
Hitting the tailor's throw. Fowler's flick. McAllister. Main. Possession finally back with United. And as you say, it's been a common theme throughout. United haven't been able to control the tempo of this game. It's been very scrappy throughout.
Yeah, they just need to relax and get their foot in the ball here.
Ball hanging up.
Wow.
On
As the
that win.
monitor in front of us takes the wind, takes the monitor in front of us out.
One particular fan behind us is not happy.
Yeah, completely, absolute head loss in the home end here.
Dick. Thrown forward, carrying it forward for United. Fights McMahon. His body's in the box here for United if he can pick out one of them. It's a poor ball to Kyle Yeo on the edge. Possession still with there though. Yeah. Curtis Main, but
Just trips up in his.
just trips up over the.
feet,
I think it was over the heel of Ewan Murray, who was
Yep.
already going for the ball. So nothing in that whatsoever. Bruce, McAllister, Kenzie.
Queen's Park did very well to just close her down.
Yeah. McAllister. There's the ball forward, not working again there, United. Conley. McDonald. Ball towards the back post. Comfortably away from any danger. David Mitchell tries to get things started quickly here. Roos. Kenzie. Yeah. McMahon. So again, Liam Dick. And there it goes. Straight through everyone, and Queen's Park come away with the ball once more.
Didn't see that one, but
No, did I?
So he just tripped over himself, to be honest.
Roos. Holt. Just again. Come up to half time here. United 0, Queen's Park 1. That Josh Fuller penalty, the difference at the moment. Need to force back again. Can't seem to get out of their own half at the moment. Yeah. Roos. Good work from the midfielder.
yeah,
Liam
that's
Dick
definitely
goes
a
down.
foul.
Yep. Great position this for United on the stroke of half time to swing a ball into the area, cause a bit of uncertainty, try and get a goal back before half time. United are without a win in their last 5 matches, including the Premier Sports Cup games as well. That last win coming in that home victory against Forfar Athletic. And swinging ball. Punch clear by Ferry. Dura.
The referee in the way.
Walker towards the back post. Holt's header. Curtis Main.
It's offside.
Offside, it was a poor attempt anyway. Callum Ferry, very brave goalkeeping there to punch that one clear. Took a knock as well afterwards, and
Looks like this will probably be half time here.
for John Beaton with a look at his watch. We're glad to hear the reception that the team are going to get at half time. Lovely flick forward, Ethan Walker.
Again, it's just
The final pass is not there at the moment. McMahon. And that is the half-time whistle. United head into the break to a chorus of boos from the home support.
it's
Trailing by a goal to 0 here against Queen's Park thanks to a penalty from Josh Fowler.
I just want to touch on there before we go away for half time. They really just need to calm down a bit on the ball and just relax. I mean, Ethan Walker there, he's got 2 options and he decides to clip the ball in the air when all he needs to do is play one of them through on goal. And hopefully a better second half for United, and as I said, everyone will have been in the dressing room at half time.
Absolutely. We're going to take a short break over this half-time period and we'll catch you back before the start of the second half here. welcome back to Somerset Park as we await the start of this second half here. Both sides are making it a change at half time. First of all, for United, coming off number 21 is Ethan Walker and Dom Thomas on in to replace him. Charlie Fox comes off for the away side, Queen's Park, and Henry Fieldson comes on to replace him. Looks as though Matthew Shields has shifted into that centre half position, and Fieldson takes the left back spot as Marco Roos finds McMahon as we get play back underway here, and it's a must that we get a fast start at the moment.
Yeah, you must think that change there for Queen's Park is one of these. They've saw Dom Thomas getting warmed up and straight to maybe Dom Thomas usually plays down that right hand side, but obviously, as we've been told, he's playing in behind the strikers in Ethan Walker's position, so. Which is an unusual position for Dom Thomas, would you say?
Yeah, we know he can play there, but you're used to seeing him on the wing. Certainly from a fan's point of view. Pignatello does well there to marshal that one clear. Nice cue from McGregor, luckily falls to Hugh Murray for Queen's Park. O'Donnell, Fowler offside there.
No shouts or arguments about that one. I think he was definitely offside.
Late challenger on McAllister.
Yeah, it was a slack pass from Kyle Ure though to put McAllister in that dangerous position.
To be honest, that's a few slack passes from Ure.
Yeah. He's one of these ones, he's made up for it in his tackles and his in winning back possession, but
I'd rather he didn't give them away in the first place.
But again, that's part of the problem. First half, you pointed out Gary straight away. We're winning the ball back and almost giving it away straight away afterwards. We've got no control over the possession at the moment. Ure loses out to Draws this time. Lovely touch from McDonald. Fowler falls for Drozd. Great save from David Mitchell. Connolly.
that's a super save from David Mitchell and goal. That's unbelievable.
See it again here.
Wow.
Great challenge from man, does just enough to put him off. But again, worrying times for United. 47 minutes on the clock. And there it goes. Punch clear by David Mitchell. McGregor's effort comes to the wide of target. Fowler in the corner for Aidan Connolly. Up against Holt. And there it goes straight at David Mitchell that time. Again, David Mitchell looking for the early ball, but there's zero
not getting
outball
out fast
for him.
enough.
And again, just that sort of long kick out or long ball, and it's just possession immediately back in Queen's Park.
And Josh Flower flagged offside there. I've got to say, Fowler, for a striker, scores some 12 yards and it looks as if he's a good afternoon, but to be honest, not really been given much of a sniff. Caught offside a couple of times. We know he has got pace in behind, and just haven't quite seen him be able to exploit that. Thomas. Mackenzie. McAllister, Ewer. Too much on that pass from Kyle Ewer. Minutes on the clock. United now, Queen's Park 1. And so far, you've got to say that the away side are probably on top slightly.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think Queen's Park have been on top since their penalty.
Drozd finds McDonald. Chance now. Shows too much of it for Kevin Holt. Poor clearance from Mitchell. Drozd. McGregor. Lots of space. Goes for a goal. And eventually held at the second attempt from the goalkeeper.
David Mitchell he's been notorious for that since the start of the season. Like the missed kick out and giving away possession. Once it's cost us a goal. He did. Fowler showing a yellow card. Was it?
Presumably hassling the keeper.
Yeah, I think he jumped in front of him when he went to take his goal kick.
To be honest, I wasn't watching, but
Roos. Oakley. Fires towards goal. Comfortable save by Callum Ferry. Did well to work the space there, George Oakley, but again, I don't know about you, Gary, but for me the common theme has been I haven't been able to test the goalkeeper.
Yeah, I mean it's good for him to get a shot on target, but as you said, it's been no really a challenge for Callum Ferry. It's easy saves.
Absolutely, and Dylan Watchett's now ready to come on. News came out during the week that, subject to interest in Barnsley in particular, it seems to be the club that are showing the most concrete interest at the moment. It's one to watch for the window ends.
48 hours or so before it ends.
Yeah.
Monday night, isn't it?
We know that the club are keen to keep Dylan Watchett as an air player. Main. Mackenzie. Ball falls from Main nicely, goes for a goal. And again it's straight at Callum Ferry. See here, the ball just fell nicely for Curtis Main and definitely worth the effort. It was weaker left.
Again, just
Mitchell there. Man's header. Hugh Murray forced to clear. Good running from George Oakley.
Mark McKenzie, you'd assume.
Substitution very United in the field, number 14, sponsored by Gary Cardo, Kel Ewer.
So Mark McKenzie into central midfield, then I'm guessing, and Dylan Watchett taking that right wing back role.
Number 32, sponsored by Nick and Sheena West, Dylan Watchett.
Yep. Mark McKenzie moving into central midfield, as Gary says. Interesting one. I expected a light for light change.
I mean, you wonder why Stuart Bannigan doesn't make an appearance.
There it goes. Flicked on. Tom Thomas with the shot. Goes straight out of play. Goal kick given.
Is Stuart Bannigan fully fit though?
Yes.
Is he?
I think so, yes.
Yeah, I mean, he did started the game against Partick Thistle, and albeit didn't play to his best by any stretch of the imagination, but you'd think if he started that game and he came on for he was due to come on last week, got held back, so you would think that he has a few more weeks training under his belt, he'd have time to recover.
Yeah, I think we were told during the week it was sort of match sharpness he was lacking rather than fitness.
There's only one way to get match sharp, and that's to play matches.
Exactly.
You don't get shot sitting on the bench.
Jude Bonner and Lucas McRoberts are the two out warming up at the moment. I do wonder that today could be a day where Scott Brown really has to utilise his bench.
Just again, the long ball just is not working at all, but we continue to do it over and over again.
Murray manages to clear Fieldsen's header. Watch it. Looking for Oakley, but again, coming to no avail for United, and it seems to be a common theme at the moment. As I said before, Queen's Park have only lost one goal this season from open play. Scott Brown said that in his pre-match interview during the week. Only becomes more damning for United when you look at those stats. So Sean Crichton, very happy with how things are going at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, Queen's Park have really been on top for the last sort of 56 minutes.
McDonald. Dispossessed. Watch it. McAllister. The ball down the line is comfortably dealt with to cut his main, tried to give chase, but nothing on.
Yeah, it's just not happening for Ayr.
Dunfermline take the lead. It is now Dunfermline 2, Ross County 1.
Ross County's troubles continue. Watch it. Oakley, good play, finds Thomas. Substitute, what can he do? Cuts inside, shows too much of it though to the defender Fieldsen.
Long throw.
Yeah, a chance to put the ball into an area here for United. Not seeming to create much else apart from these opportunities from the set plays. Flicked on. Giving Lewis's header. It's a short one and Wodgett's forced to give the ball straight to Connolly. Cut out by Jack Bruce. Okay, lovely turn. Goes for goal, well blocked. Foul given, it was always going to be given there.
Yeah, sort of just hit the deck.
Puts in the hour mark here at Somerset Park. It's still United now, Queen's Park 1. As it stands, United will still be searching for their first win of the season in the league. And you've got to say at the moment we don't look very likely to go up the other end and score a goal.
Yeah, no, we look like we're struggling. I mean, you think with the two big guys up front we would be creating a lot more chances, but I mean, George Oakley has had his fair share of shots this afternoon, but
Oakley. McMahon. Pass Pignatello. Fantastic block from Murray. Bruce picks up though. Into the area. Watch it. And it's comfortably held by Callum Ferry. The Queens look to get a quick attack started now. Fowler. Hugson. Poor pass from the substitute. Kenzie. Dick. Finding McKenzie. Loose ball from Nick McAllister. Curtis May and him both not on the same wavelength this time. Stuart Barrigan been sent out to warm up here. Do wonder if excuse me, we could use some of his experience in the middle of the park for now. Try and get some control of this game. Murray. Pignatiello. Roos. Finds McAllister. Main. Kenzie. Loose ball from McKenzie. Forces Liam Dick to commit the foul on Connolly. Good experience play from the winger. Ian Murray take this one. Queen's Park in no real particular rush.
Again, the long ball.
Man frustrated with himself there. I think he knew that was the wrong option as soon as he played it.
I mean, the referee's not even gave it.
No.
The linesman doesn't flag, and eventually does, but
Yeah, I think Scott Brown pretty bewildered as to how that was given as a foul, but nevertheless it's been given. Queen's Park have the free kick, and again quite happy to take their time over this one. It's a danger. It's a danger when you go behind to a side that are comfortable defensively. It gives them something to hold on to early on. Bouncing around, draws
Offside,
forward. Yep. Fowler offside again this time. United take things quickly. Roos receives it from Holt. Dick. Oh, that's a loose touch from Don Thomas this time, but he wins it back. Long reach ball forward. Next header. Roos. Watch it. McAllister. Towards Oakley in the box. Brings it down nicely. Can he lay it off to somebody? Falls for Curtis May in the back heel's blocked.
I mean, Curtis May really had no other option. Oakley's got to get in front of him.
send out a play eventually by Roddy McGregor. The United throw, but again, these chances, they feel as though they're half chances at this moment in time. We can't seem to create anything clear cut. Roos. Cut out by Ewan Murray. Thomas. For Oakley. Great block on the line. McKenzie. Ball. Given away again from United. Conley.
McMahon looks to be struggling.
He certainly does, he's not moving too well. Kenzie. Bruce. Holt under pressure from Fowler. Back to Mitchell. Roos. Runs into danger. Foul given against him there. Yes.
They're just completely losing it here. They just need to, as I've said 100 times, calm down. And you can see Scott Brown in the touchline telling them to calm down. Jude Bonner getting strapped in the dugout.
Yeah, and we'll see that substitution will be made.
I mean, Stuart Bannigan must be injured then. You think why on earth we're witnessing a Jude Bonner substitution?
Scotland man with an issue there as well, so probably see Jude Bonner move to left back here. Gary spotted that as soon as he went down earlier on.
Update from Marco.
Arbroath 1, Airdrie 0.
Wow. That's at Gayfield, so as we said earlier in the season, it's a hard place to go, so Airdrie will be struggling.
McAllister. Dick. Bonner. Thomas. Sells Liam Dick's shot there again. Just noticing a slight change in shape here from United. Look to be the three men in midfield.
Is it a 3-5-2? It looks like it's three at the back.
Main into McKenzie. Slides it for Oakley. Back to McKenzie. And Conley does very well.
Stuart Bannigan.
Here comes Stuart Bannigan for United.
And the man talking to Stuart Bannigan on the bench, you wonder what's wrong with Jamie Murphy. He's sort of been taking up that coaching role since he's been injured.
We do know that he's signed on as a player coach this season, Jamie Murphy, so we have been used to seeing him in and around the staff and the dugout. Main.
I mean, Curtis Main, he doesn't even lift his head, he just...
I know, you do feel as though if someone had said to him that he'd had time that he could have brought it down. Marco Roos was away on the left.
Mark McKenzie probably the one going to be replaced here.
Thomas. And back to McAllister. Portrait. Kenzie. Holt. United unable to break down this Queen's Park defence so far. Thomas. Water it. Back to Thomas again. Bonner. Bruce. There's ball in a week. Oh! Just tipped over.
Wow.
The top of the bar. I don't think it was quite what Jude Bonner was intending. Looks the ball to the back post and it was dipping under the crossbar. Cal Ferry does very well to make the adjustment and make the save.
Looks like a cross straight into the box this time.
Thomas the ball in.
All the way out.
Too far away from anyone to attack. Carster's header. Drops for Roos. Okay, leaves it for me, and again the two strikers just not on the same wavelength at the moment.
Just no one lifting their head or looking. They just.
And Mackenzie commits the foul.
Stuart Bannigan seems to be sat back down.
Yeah, for the moment. Maybe. Oh, I think he's maybe going to go for two changes at the same time here, it looks like. I'm not sure who's been called back. Porter. Lucas McRoberts also coming on for United. Bonner. Dick. Roos. Now Marshall by Pignatello and free kick given against the United winger.
Time slowly running out for United.
Okay, I'm going to say this, and you can either jump down my throat or agree with me. I'm now at the stage that I think we need to lose this game. Because so that they get a real kick up the backside.
I don't know. I think I'm going to disagree with you.
Yeah.
I think I get your point, but I think after all the terrible performances over the past couple of weeks, you think that would be the kick up the backside, but
Well, obviously not.
true.
Dick. Tries to head it down to Mackenzie and it hits off the side of his head and goes straight over a throw, and almost summing up here United's season so far. We've seen two changes here. Stuart Bannigan and Lucas McRoberts are ready to come on for United. McRoberts, of course, on a cooperation agreement loan with East Stirling, but United have called him back to make the bench, and here he is coming on. Mark Mackenzie will be
18
on.
years old, Lucas McRoberts. 19, 18.
19.
I think he's 18, pretty sure he's 18, but it's one. I mean, you're putting on a 19-year-old or an 18-year-old, sorry, to try and salvage something from a game when you've got these two experienced strikers up front. You think to yourself, I mean, how on earth?
Curtis Main coming off as well.
Lucas McRoberts.
Comes on. Afternoon to forget for the United striker, Curtis Main there. Barrigan's first touch, a header. Good pressure from the midfielder. Carter's header.
The wind just taking that one away there.
Thomas under pressure by Longridge. Bonner. McAllister finds Watchett. Great pass. Here comes Dylan Watchett. Into the area it goes. Off and Shields out for the corner. Better for Man United.
Update in the Partick game. Partick 3, Raith Rovers 2.
Oof. I mean, 15 odd minutes to go in that game. You wondered if that's a streak away.
What does Dom Thomas have up his sleeve here? In swinging ball. It's actually behind the goal this time.
I think
Nothing.
I don't want to stick up for him too much here, but the wind has certainly picked up a little bit since the rain has went
picked
off.
up during the course of this second half.
But he needs to be taking that into consideration when he hits his corners.
And it is blowing from Somerset Road end down towards Railway.
Thomas. Bonner. Watch it. Far from it, Roberts gives chase up against Shields. Oh, got a corner, a United ball there.
Yeah, it's tough one to see from up here.
76 on the clock this time. United 0, Queen's Park 1, still that. Penalty in the first half from Josh Flowers, still proving the difference. Laura. Bruce. Liam Dick. Hannigan. McAllister. Thomas. Into the area. Too much on it again from Dom Thomas. See if it's going to be a Queen's Park change here. Tyrese McDonald coming off.
Substitution for Queen's Park in field number 17, Tyrese McDonald.
And oncoming Daryl Carrott
Darryl Carrott.
in his place. As it stands, United with this result would sit 8th in the Championship table after 4 games, with only Airdrie and Ross County behind them propping up the table. Here, this game will fall 3 points behind today's visitors.
How many?
3 points behind.
That'll take it to what, 7 behind the league leaders.
So on. Thomas. Gets it back again. Hannigan. To Dick. Bruce. And Will Marshall against Pignatello. Nothing. He seems to be coming off for United's number 23 at the moment. Foul going against George Oakley this time.
Queen's Park just going to take their time here.
is. I mean, Queen's Park haven't really looked like scoring all game.
No. I think that's the thing that will frustrate the manager as well. I mean, albeit I don't think the fans would have been happy with a nothing each draw against Queen's Park.
No.
The goal we've conceded is totally unnecessary. It would be interesting to see what his thoughts were on the penalty after the game. Bonner dispossessed by draws. Good step. Nice kick from Liam Dick, but Roosters there to recover possession. Off left from the legs, Oakley. Carrick taps that one out for throw in. Taken quickly.
Ten to go.
United nil, Queen's Park 1, 10 minutes left, as you say.
I've nothing else to say other than we've done the long ball for 81 minutes and it hasn't worked and we've still not changed it.
Yeah, I need to move that ball a lot quicker than what we have done. Roos. Roberts. Thomas. Towards the back post. Headed clear by Pignatello. Corner for United. Dom Thomas will take this one despite his last two coming to no effect. United need a better delivery from their number 11 this time. False of Bonner. It's into the net! It's been turned into the net. I think it'll go down. Is a Matthew Shields on goal?
Yeah, it looked that.
And you can feel the sigh of relief around the ground at the moment as that hits the back of the net. United have not looked lightly all afternoon. It's taken a deflection. It drops by Bonner here. Yeah, going wide your target into the net. Deflected off the knee of Matthew Shields.
Yeah, Matthew Shields is going to be absolutely raging with that one.
And you wonder why that.
It's going absolutely nowhere close.
8 minutes to go, there is time for another. And you wonder whether that goal will force Queen's Park to come out of their low block at this moment in time. Part has more space for United. Oakley into Thomas. United with a spring in their step now. Pull back. Wasn't on. Barragan does well to recycle. Liam Dick. Barragan. Bonner. Dick. Barragan. And again. Thomas. Steps inside. Clear by Longridge.
Yeah, you've definitely picked up the tempo now.
Update in the St Johnstone game. St Johnstone 1, Greenock Morton 1.
Thomas into the area. Flicked away by Ewan Murray. Drops for Dick. Just to face a goal. Roberts was on the deck as it came across goal.
I mean, he just threw himself at it there, which is, I mean, what you want to happen, but it's just so unlucky that it's evaded all the Ayr United players.
Total attendance this afternoon 1,997, with 1,797 home fans and 200 away. Thank you very much for your support.
Just shy of 2,000 in the ground.
Queen's Park booked for time wasting there. I think it was Fields in the left back.
I mean, you'd like to think there's plenty of time going to be added on here at the end.
No, well, kind of. I don't know.
A couple of minutes at least.
If we score, blow the whistle.
Yeah, exactly.
If they score, keep going.
Of course.
Of course.
It's possessed there, but ball now with Kevin Holt. Finds Dick.
Marco Bruce is asking for it.
Gets it. Holt. For Oakley. Bonner. Finds it Roberts. Back to Bonner. Wide for Watch It. Good play this.
Oh,
Watch It.
Dom Thomas is asking for it, edge of the box. He's in so much space.
Yep. And again, this is that decision making in the final third, and when things aren't going your way, you do need that.
That's what it feels like. Just things have not worked at all for you, and as you say, when things stop working for you, it doesn't matter how hard you try, it just will not happen. And I think at the end of the day, look, we've got 2 weeks after this game to regroup and try and sort things out. But
yeah. Foul given there. United take it quickly. 4 minutes to go plus injury time. I do wonder whether Scott Brown might use another one of his substitutes to swing this game. He wants to be keeping it. Watch it.
Oh, it's again, Watford doesn't lift his head and just blindly swings it into the box.
Josiah Soa to come on for Queen's Park here. I think it's Sebastian Draws to come off. He'll take his time here.
More pace up front, I think.
Number 28, Sebastian Draws. Giving a place to number 23, Josiah Soa.
I wonder whether this will hopefully be added on here.
And the Heineken Zero Man of the Match, sponsored by the United Store, is United number 2, Nick McAllister.
Nick McAllister receives the Man of the Match award from the match sponsors.
Yeah, I think he's probably.
I think he did it deserving of that, to be honest.
Yeah, I'd say so. Today.
Dick claps it towards the back post. Can't quite get his head to it. Solid challenge from Jude Bonner there. Oakley.
Just the bobble there, he couldn't get it under control.
So send it to Liam Dick.
Again, just the long ball. I mean, our goal is the corner all stemmed from the ball getting played on the ground.
yeah,
And it's just back to the long ball that's just not working at all.
You do feel as though the goal that United have picked up there through what looks like a Matthew Shields goal. It was the type of goal that you felt as though it was the only one we'd score today. Watch it. Barragan. Dick swings it into the area, cleared by Murray. Bruce. Barragan. Bonner.
Dylan Watford.
This pass from Jude Bonner. Well kept in by Dom Thomas though.
he's just knocked 50,000 off his selling price.
After he's came on, he's not been the greatest, but
89 on the clock now, still United now, Queen's Park 1. Good ball out from David Mitchell again. Oakley. Thomas. James Bonner, will he go for goal? He does. And it's comfortably
Very
high and
wide.
wide and not at all handsome. See it again here, yep. Wayward effort.
Score update in the Dunfermline game. Dunfermline 2, Ross County 2.
I mean, that must be in the last minute of the game, no?
89th minute.
Wow. We're now into added time.
Imagine there will be a couple of minutes.
Any goal now?
Wins it.
Yeah, exactly.
Bonner's header. Still with Drew Bonner. Bruce going to keep it in, he does. Nutmegs. Carrick who sends him flying to the floor. Then Liam Dix now been barged over by Pignatello. It's well seen who's trying to win this game. Queen's Park quite happy to settle for the point.
Dom Thomas just needs to get his delivery right.
Thomas. Towards the back post, great touch. The back post had to turn it out for a corner. It needs to be a good delivery this time from Dom Thomas, who's fighting against the elements out there.
Yeah, rain has just come belting down again.
Here we go. Cleared. Bannigan. Bonner. Going to go for a goal, I think, here. Does indeed, and straight at Cal Ferry.
I think the option there's Dom Thomas out in the wing.
Yeah, I think so.
I think this might be it.
Positive play, though. Dropped for Connolly. Liam Dick looks absolutely dead in his feet there.
Well, I've just saw the referee John Beaton say there's still 3 minutes to be played.
Roberts gives it away. It's a poor ball forward from Longridge. Mitchell wide to McAllister. Water. Bonner. Roos. Dick's ball in. It's behind the goal. He's absolutely dead in his feet out there, Liam Dick.
Scott Brown not amused by that cross. The wind just starting to pick back up a little bit as well in the last couple of minutes.
Looks like he's struggling there, United's number 3. How long's that been since you said it was 3 to go?
A minute.
2 minutes.
A minute, 2 minutes? Can't be long left anyway.
About 96, I think, on the. If you say there's 3 minutes.
Back to Kevin Holt. McAllister. Thomas's flick. Got a fall for Oakley. Too
Just
much
not got
on
the
it.
pace to get there.
Ferry's ball forward. Almost flicked on the Fowler. Holt's header. Fieldson. Straight out of play. A look at the watch from John Beaton here. McAllister. Is that one forward? Roberts. Quite get onto it. Fowler. And the full-time whistle is blown by John Beaton. United are held to a draw at home by struggling Queen's Park. The wait for a first league win this season goes on. Well, you have to say you probably would have taken that given the way the game was going at 1-0
yes,
down, but
listen, we're still unbeaten,
that's a point.
which is, you know, it's another point. Things need to change. I think they need to change pretty quickly. But as I said, we do now have the 2 weeks, because obviously next week against Dunfermline has been postponed. So yeah, Scott Brown and the backroom staff have got some work to do. We're not that far away. I think that's the thing. I think that's the really frustrating thing for a lot of the fans. We are not that far away from just, and I think all we need is that breakthrough, that one win, and I think that will just kind of open the dam, if you like.
Absolutely. I mean, 3 draws now and 1 defeat here to Wraith Rovers in the first 4 games is not the ideal start by any means, but I think, as you say, you do get that feeling that we have got the players, we've got the squad, we've got the staff to turn it around. And yeah, thank you for tuning in to us this afternoon. Full-time score, Hayes United 1, Queen's Park 1, and we will see you back here.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks
it
for the
is
visit of Ross County.
Ross County.
Fellow strugglers, Ross County.
A 6-pointer at this stage of the season.
We'll see
Anyway,
you then.
thanks very much for tuning in. Perhaps not the result that we wanted, but there it is. It finishes here at Somerset Park. Ayr United 1, Queen's Park 1. Thank you very much and good afternoon.